Welcome back.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. Coming hot off of a live show with Jack and Alex from Soup Pod Heroes.
Oh, man. What a blast those two are every time.
That was a sexy episode. Could you feel the vibes? Were you vibing?
I'm wanting you to explain more what you mean.
It just felt like there was energy. There's just energy zapping around that Zoom call.
Sexual tension.
Tension abound. And not between any two particular people, I would say between the four of us. It wouldn't work unless all four of us were interested, you know?
Like, if three of us tried to, get together and fool around, it'd be a mess. It wouldn't work.
There would be flaccidities everywhere.
You'd be like, your hand would be grasping at nothing, and you're just like, what's happening? I feel so out of it. It's because I'm not there. I assumed it would be me. That would be the one left out.
Not left out. I think you would opt out, especially since you wouldn't even let me see your dirty room. I think that you have a lot of privacy boundaries, which I'm not going to shame you for. You're allowed to have as many privacy boundaries as you want.
Thank you. I feel like I don't want to sound appearancist. I just need to look good all the time.
I will say that whenever we record, you show up very nice and you're button up. You've obviously combed your hair, and I usually roll up like I've been living out of a van for 6 months. Like, I have not washed any of this hair in a long time. I'm wearing a giant old van t-shirt.
Yeah, I definitely let myself go a little bit into quarantine.
Because you're not wearing a tie. You're right. You're not wearing a tie.
But no, seriously, pajama-wise, if I really think, no one's going to see me, I'll not care. But, as soon as, in the before times, if someone was going to come over just for, a second, I'd be like, the place isn't clean. There's a book on the floor. They're going to think we're some sort of monsters. I can't let them see this.
That's wild. I've literally, number one, never felt that urge necessarily. I do definitely clean my house when people come over, but it's not... I don't get that urge as intensely. I feel like it's okay to look like you live in your house. And two, I will say that I came over one morning to pick up Elena. We're in a pod. We're in a pod, everybody. So it's okay. Not just a podcast. We're in a quarantine pod. We only see each other. Went to pick up Elena to go to the beach, and you were in your pajamas, and you looked like you hated it. You looked so unhappy. You were like a wet cat. You looked like you hated being seen in that state.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah. You should see Elena's pajamas, though. She ordered, several pairs of... No, not... Hold on. What did you think I meant?
Elena and I have had several conversations about how she doesn't necessarily wear pajamas. So I thought you were to make a naked joke. Okay, sorry.
More like her public-facing pajamas.
Got it. Not her private pajamas.
Not her private pajamas. They're extravagant. They're cool outfits that she could wear at any time of day. And I'm just I love that. I love leisure wear. I love street wear. I love what kind of podcast is this now?
Just keep listing wares that you're like. I just think that's really funny, and I commend you. I'm either at a 0 or a 10. I either don't put any effort in, or when we do our live shows, I do full face beat, even though nobody's gonna see me.
Your face did look great on this last live show.
Thank you. I got a little spicy with the eyeshadow, so
yeah, you did.
Yeah, I appreciate that you have I would say out of the 1 is the least fancy, 10 is the most fancy. I would say on a daily basis, I see you at about a 7, which is crazy. That's
I'll take
nuts.
It. Well, thank you.
I'm a 5 on my good day.
Look, it took me a while to get here from being a 2 most of college.
Okay.
So
I feel mood. I don't think I dressed better in college. I definitely was finding myself in college and had just discovered body positivity and was riding the high of that. So I definitely wore more out there outfits.
Sure.
And more revealing stuff, and I've kind of calmed down at this point, but I would still say even though I did actually plan outfits, I was probably a high 4 at that point.
Okay, well, here's an outfit I used to wear. So okay, where to start? I had a long sleeve, like gray sweatshirt. I think I had a hood, just like a gray
Okay.
long sleeve hoodie. Over that, this is where it goes downhill. T-shirt,
No.
gray, also gray. From my favorite artist at the time, Keena Grannis.
Rocky Balboa was gonna be my guess.
Rocky Balboa.
Because
like
he, when he goes jogging, he wears like a gray t-shirt over a gray sweatshirt
okay, yeah,
with gray shorts and then gray sweatpants. So
yeah, no.
Sorry, please
that
finish
would have
the
been better.
look.
That would have been much better. But no, instead it's a, like indie songwriter who mostly got famous off doing cover songs off YouTube. Like that's the vibe of that. That combo. So that was the top, and then the baggiest jeans. I'm sure jeans. I did not have skinny jeans, so they were just whatever. Probably 3 sizes too big.
Do you wish you had worn skinny jeans? Is that a regret you have?
I wish I wore more skinny jeans. I'm making up for it now.
Yeah, do it now. I mean, it's never too late.
Never too late. On the head, I had this like beanie. I don't know, one of the beanies that has like a bill.
No, Helen, your hat choices. This striped. Is what made me think we could maybe not be friends when we first started hanging out. Is your younger years hat choices are really upsetting to me.
No, it's very upsetting to me too. So that was a gray, black, and like lighter gray striped billed beanie.
I see it. It's
and
I can feel it.
Facial hair, just a goatee.
No, I would have avoided you like the plague in college. If we met later in life.
Yeah, it's a miracle I have any friends.
No, it's not. You're so charming. Once I got past the little beanie hat, it was all uphill from there.
Like I say, that I've learned a lot. A lot of fashion regrets. There are pictures of me before today don't exist.
That's not true because I go through your Instagram. I went through your Instagram earlier in quarantine.
I really need to empty that.
I think I passive aggressively liked one of your really old photos because I love doing that.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff on there.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, listen, if you're listening to this and you want to look at my Instagram before I whittle it down to 9 photos, that's what you got to do. So.
How do you say you changed your Instagram name and now I'm confused.
I'm experimenting.
So it's Talo Londell.
Yeah. Because, okay, my middle name's Liddell, and I literally just, like, switched. I moved the N from the end of my name. I don't know. I thought it'd be, like, weird. It's not anything. It's not anything. It's just Talo Lundell. It's like this weird, like, if you anagrammed my name into something else. I don't know.
It's like a little tongue exercise.
Talo Lundell. My problem is I always come up with names I think, this would be a cool little, like, username. And then I go on Twitter and search for it, and then I did this today, I looked for a cool name, and it belonged to someone who got a Twitter account just to, literally, his first tweet was, I have some thoughts, I just want to put them somewhere. And then he went on, like, a 17-tweet little Twitter rant back in 2009. And that was the only thing they ever did on their Twitter account. They still get to have that name? That's not fair, Twitter. I feel like when someone doesn't use their profile for a decade, I think that'd be a good time to just, like,
give it up. Give up that prime internet real estate.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like you were sipping from a can of SpaghettiOs for just a second, and I got very upset.
Yeah, this is definitely not a can of SpaghettiOs.
He says as he wipes red sauce from his upper lip. Should we
Chef Boyardee. Let's start the show.
Let's start this show.
Yeah.
So you can gulp down the rest of those SpaghettiOs.
You caught my eye in the grocery line, and I fancied myself a man worth your time. And I couldn't help thinking I wish you were mine. A man-seeking woman whose total is 589. Well, I don't do this often. I'm not like the guys, which
podcast for listener picks or no response. It's time for another Craig's Essential Crisis, the show where we take the misconnection section into new directions. I'm Talon Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
And, boy, do we have some doozies for you today, I'm sure.
We're going to drop some doozies.
We're going to drop a doozy.
A onesie and a doozy.
Man, should we just get right to it?
Yeah, I guess so. I just wanted to mention that new intro is so snazzy.
I'm so glad you like it, because I just wrote it in my insomniac state at like 2 a.m. It's like, this is a problem I can solve from bed.
Those are my favorite kind of problems also, is problems I can solve from bed.
Yeah. Right. You sent me one. These misconnections have been specially selected from the list of Craig.
Yeah, they're also cold read. This is the first time either of us will see each other, so we read them cold and live on air.
Absolutely we do. And I will start. John, Tony, DC. My name is Paul. I'm a retired chiropractor. I'm looking to get in touch with another retired chiropractor, name of John Tony. Lives in the Toledo, Washington area. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you know what? I think this is absolutely the forum to find this person. How many John Tonys do you think there are?
I think there are a lot of people with 2 first names.
I have heard of people with 2 first names. I've never heard John Tony in that exact order before.
Tony John, are you more of a Tony John fan?
I feel like that is more likely.
Okay. The reason I picked this one, I mean, I think also the double first name is always a fun little thrill of excitement. But I also feel like this has like, does it not have the feeling of kind of like a mob hit? Like somebody crossed the chiropractor mafia is what I'm.
Yeah.
Like a chiropractor would know how to kill you without, like, they'd be like, there's no bullet wound, there's no knife wound, what happened to him? And then they'd like do an autopsy and be like, his spine is missing.
Ugh, that could totally, that tracks to me. But I'm more, so does it mean that there's 2 retired chiropractors? I feel like it's someone who tried to get out of the chiropractic game and maybe like, you know, his boss or something like didn't want him. He wasn't done, you know. You're done when I say you're done, and he was like, nah, I'm done.
Tony,
John
you owe
Tony,
everything to me.
John Tony, you were gonna break and crack as many backs as I say.
You get back into that office. The receptionist isn't done with you yet, John Tony.
I said I'm out, and you're never gonna see me again. And then he vanished.
Yeah, that's
to Toledo, Washington.
That's what gangsters do.
Gangster chiropractors, I bet they do.
It could also be like workplace romance. I know I love to see the romance and everything, but it could be workplace romance, like 2 chiropractors kept together and apart by circumstance, I suppose, because, you know, it's inappropriate to have relations with your coworker, and now that they're both 2 retired chiropractors, they know each other's bodies so well.
Do you think they practice on each other? Is that what happens? Is that why they know each other's bodies?
That's what you do in your spare time at the chiropractic clinic, right?
I guess you gotta learn
you
somehow.
Practice on each other, yeah.
That
right. Medical school stuff, it's nothing like really getting your knuckles into somebody's lumbar, you know?
Welcome to your first day as a chiropractor. So let me take my shirt off. We'll do some basic stuff today. Unrelated, but sidestep for a second. Where do we fall on workplace romance? Like, good thing, bad thing? Should there be less rules about it? Should there be more rules about it?
What a hot take. Thanks for bringing up this controversial subject. I think that it's bad if there's a power dynamic. Like, I think that's true of most relationships. Like, that's why I don't think huge age gaps are a good idea. That kind of thing. So, like, I think, like, power dynamics are obviously never a good idea. But, like, I don't know. I think it'd be... I don't know. I think, like, for me personally, like, you spend so much time with your coworkers, like, you really get to know them. Like, that's kind of a plus.
Right. I mean,
like, those are the people you see more than anyone else, right?
For, most of the time, I think that's true.
You mean when we're not in quarantine?
Most of the time, yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I feel like similar thoughts. Great. Not a great debate here or anything. Was just curious about, like, where does society fall in this thing?
I feel like most people, I think we are probably even on the conservative side. I feel like a lot of people would be like, don't fucking care.
Yeah. Just don't be fucking when I walk into your office.
Yeah, that'd be kind of hot though. Like, little quickie in the coffee room.
Okay, you
Nothing
could
wrong
be
with that.
fucking if that's what you're into, but I would appreciate, like, I guess, I don't know, extra compensation for that at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in the chiropractor business.
Yeah, if you want me to walk in on you while you're practicing chiropractic with your new associate, I would like an extra $50 added to the bill. You know, that seems fair to me. It's just this character's thinking noise.
It
Don't
sounds like
ask him a question too hard, and you won't have to hear it.
It just sounds like he's revving up to something. I don't know what, but it wasn't a hot take.
It needs the static electricity. He's rubbing his feet on the carpet to jolt it.
I can see it now. He's in socks.
Yeah, $50.
I love him. He seems like a cool coworker. I mean, he seems like he's pretty relaxed about most things.
Most things. Okay, so this is clearly a character I'll have to bring back.
If Sarah thinks he's good, he's got to be worth bringing back.
John Tony, the chiropractor, who also is getting paid to walk in on you. But if that's what you're into, it's like we don't gotta make a thing out of it.
I sent you another one because I know you're a little short this week, so I'm really feeling like in a giving mood. So I'll just keep sending them to you until you stop me.
Well, let me read this one then. Blonde wrangling 2 kids at the mall. I don't think they were your kids. One was crying for his mom, who was still in the store. I just happened to walk past you and notice how adorable you are when our eyes met. Yeah. So I definitely saw this one. I saw this one earlier. Kidnapping?
Yes! Tell me your thoughts in one word. Kidnapping, yes.
I mean, either way, it's either that is true, or, you know, I guess she's like a nanny, but I'm still, if you got 2 kids you're wrangling, I'm gonna have a hard time just seeing past that, I feel like, you know?
Oh, so you're anti-kid. So you're pro having sex in the office, anti-kid. Wow. There goes the dissolving of the nuclear family, right in the hands of Tanal and Bigelow.
You know what? I don't apologize for my stance on this. You can fuck in the office, that's fine. Just keep your kids at home.
I mean, is having kids as much of a turnoff to you as kidnapping?
This episode's just gonna dissolve into noises. Yeah, kidnapping's not great either, but it's not even just that they're kids. It's that they're being wrangled. That they're like they're rascally. They're maybe screaming. They're loud.
Kids, that would be fine.
That in which scenario?
Both, either.
Well-behaved kids. Yeah, that'd be better.
Okay.
It makes a difference. I've worked in a lot of establishments with a lot of kids. So really what it is for me is it just reminds me of work. Like I just don't want to I don't want to get home and feel like I'm at work.
Yeah, I mean, kids are work. I feel like dogs are too much work. So like, I can't even imagine a child. I'm so nervous to adopt a dog because I'm afraid that I'll get it and then realize I can't handle it. That like, I will probably foster a dog before I adopt one, but like, you can't do that with children. I mean, you can do that with children, but like,
right,
but not with like children that you bear. You know,
right?
It's not like you get to have a trial period and then.
I do feel like I don't know. We don't know anything about raising kids. But let's go ahead and dive deep into it. I feel like I see a lot of depictions of parents that just kind of nothing worries them anymore, and like their kids like juggling knives, and they're like, they're fine. Like, I don't know if I'd ever get to that point. I feel like it'd really be like having your heart outside of your body, and it has gained a brain and is learning to walk, and now you just gotta, hope it stays alive because it's your heart.
Yeah, that is a lot of responsibility. And also, like, is it ethical to bring kids into this dying world, you know?
That's the other thing. And you know what? People do it.
People do it. I feel
and
like that's a problem uniquely our generation has had. That moral quandary has not really been asked before, and I feel like it's
Right.
our generation who gets to be the lucky few to ask it first.
Yay. Yay. We get
Yay.
the children of men future. Yay.
Yay.
Yay. Of all the possible sci-fis I've ever read or listened to or watched, I'm glad it's that one.
Yay.
Yay.
Well, I did say you can't do a trial run for kids, but I guess you could. You could kidnap one from a mall, or two. You could wrangle two of them from a mall and see how that works.
Yeah, you could do that. Although I'm pretty sure you couldn't do that. When I think about it
morally,
more.
maybe not. Physically, yes.
Legally, no.
No.
No. What do you do if you want to just try out a kid? like just having a kid.
You don't get to do that. You wait till your friends have a kid.
You gotta have friends have a kid, I guess. And you could be like a fun, aunt, uncle, whatever. Like, okay, so there's that. If you don't have that option, though, there really needs to be some sort of, like, rent a kid. Like, maybe it's, like, a school that's kind of for teaching parents or wannabe parents how to be better. And, parents, like, sign their kids up. Maybe the kids are, like, children's theater performers and they get paid for it or whatever. And then they get paired with an adult who's been background checked. And then they, you get them for, like, a day, like 8 hours. Like
it would be good litmus test because they are the worst kind of children, actor children. So you would be like, this could not get any worse. So I guess if I can do this, I can do any child.
Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad thing if there was some sort of parenting test.
Now we're getting into gray, hazy area. Let's move on to this one you sent me.
Sure. All right. We'll put that on the table for later.
Does anyone know Brent Sullivan? Ben. If you do, you should let him know that a girl he's been with gave him genital warts. HPV. Not a joke. I know as fact she passed it on to him. Best of luck with that. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. What a heavy misconnection. I am curious who we think the point of view of the writer is.
Right.
Like, because the writer obviously isn't the person who gave Brent genital warts.
Right.
So is it somebody else that the girl he was with slept with? Is it a friend of the girl who gave him genital warts?
I feel like it's a wiener cousin. I feel like it's...
I'm sorry. What was that phrase?
A wiener cousin.
Is that like a real phrase or did you just make that up?
I did not make it up.
What? Where did you hear that?
Oh, man. Honestly, it was probably on Scrubs. So...
Exposed as a Scrubs fan.
That's something else you would have learned from my old photos.
Oh, God.
Yes, so wiener cousin. Someone who has... It basically be... Wiener cousins would be two people who have slept with the same person, basically.
Got it. No, I was pretty clear what the implications of wiener cousin was. I was just blown away by the actual phonetics of it. So
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I've never had an opportunity to use it on the show before. It's a term that I know. I didn't want to have to say they probably both slept with the same person because that's too many words.
That is. Wiener cousins is a lot closer to the word, and it sounds more like a hot dog stand. So
I would go to a wiener cousins. There are like 3 hot dog places by mine and Lena's new place.
Oh,
yeah.
You're gonna be full of wieners once you.
I'm gonna be neck deep in wieners.
You're gonna be filled to the brim with sausages.
Yeah. So I'll let you know. I'll do a review of all 3, and I'll on this show. I'll keep you posted.
Can you rate them out of casings?
4 out of 5 wiener casings?
Yes.
Yeah. 4 out of 5 relish squirts.
How many? That was bad. Relish shouldn't squirt.
But it do, though.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, why do you remember?
It was wiener related, and we have to move on.
Okay, we have to move on. Sorry, we got the word, we got the green light. Yes, I think this writer is someone who has been with the girl that Brent Sullivan has slept with.
And then I wonder, like, how did they get Brent Sullivan's full name? Also, should we not be, like, using their full name on the podcast? I feel like this is, like, medical information. I feel a little nervous.
I mean, we don't know for sure that's medical information. The writer did not say that they were a doctor.
Okay, they're not a chiropractor, so they wouldn't know.
So it's just rudimentary analysis. You know.
I have a question.
Yeah.
That school did not teach me. So I know that there are some, like, STIs that, like, you have and then you have for life, like herpes, right?
Right.
Why are you looking so pained right now?
Because I feel like I might not know the answer. Go on.
With all your infinite wisdom, being as you're 2 years older than I am, I'm assuming you'll be able to answer this. Is HPV one of the ones that stays with you forever, or is that one, like, it goes away?
I think you have to treat it.
Because I know that one also, like, I got, like, the HPV shot was, like, a big deal, like, right when I got into my teens. Like, they were, like, really pushing the HPV shot, because it can cause, like, types of cancers, I think. Mm-hmm. Are we both Googling, can you have HPV for life?
Yes.
Thank you, American sex ed system.
Depending on the type of HPV that you have, the virus can linger in your body for years.
That's so scary.
In most cases, your body can produce antibodies against the virus and clear the virus within 1 to 2 years. So, not forever, but a long time.
Yeah, not a good time.
Yeah.
Well, Brent Sullivan, like, I hope this reaches you. Like, I honestly, like, Craigslist is probably not the way to go about it.
Probably not. Maybe he knows that Brent Sullivan loves Craigslist. Maybe he's like, that
You're
dude is always reading Misconnections because he has his own misconnection-related podcast.
Dang.
We'll have to see if he's competition. In which case, if he is competition, though, maybe...
No, tell him. We don't tell him.
Maybe just slide this under the rug. Maybe just... why does he need to know?
This is morally gray. I'm going to send you another misconnection because we keep getting in a morally gray place today, and I am not in the mood.
I'm Breaking Bad. It's canceled. Happening. I've been on edge for too long. Honestly, before I came in here, Elena and I went through hell just trying to fix this zipper.
Wow, my condolences. Sounds like you've got a hard life, buddy.
Yeah, so I feel like that's why I'm a little on edge right now, you know? Okay, here we go. Looking for Dan, the jukebox man. Hello all, I'm looking for a guy named Dan. We sold him a Chevy S10 pickup, red with black. He's an engineer of sorts. Lives in the orchards of lives in the orchards and battleground area. He was working on our jukebox. Finder's fee of $100. Thank you, James.
I think the sign off was James. I think it's thank you.
Oh,
James.
yeah. That's it.
not to give you notes. I don't want to give some actor to actor notes here, but I do want to just.
And like, I'll cut this out, but like, honestly, I need the notes because I kind of feel like if I don't hear criticism, like, what is even the point of doing this? Like,
are you being provocative? Yeah, like how do you evoke? It doesn't matter what you evoke; you just need to evoke.
Okay.
You know, people today are too evoke. And we need to.
You give the best advice because it always rhymes.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll cut all that out, but
cool.
Let's just get back to it, and
we'll get back next time. I'll give you notes next time. I won't say notes myself.
Please do, because I'm here to learn. You know.
Good. I'm glad you want to learn from your peers.
Okay, great. So I'll do another read privately, and I'll edit it in, and then we'll just act like I just did it perfectly.
Perfect. Wow, Talon, you blew me away with that read. That was was so timely.
This read, I'm just improvising.
That was amazing. That was the first time you've done that.
Well, it's a cold read, and I don't get to choose the words. The words choose me.
Wow. Just like Dan the Jukebox Man chose to steal this person's jukebox, which is what I think happened here.
Oh, shit.
Like,
what
I
were
don't
the
know.
clues?
Okay, here's the clues. So, they sold him... So, here's the story. So, there's a guy named Dan.
Mm-hmm.
James sold Dan a Chevy pickup. Dan was like, hey, I also happen to be an engineer of sorts. I see you have a jukebox in your house. Does that thing work? James was like, no, it doesn't. We've always, like, wanted to get it fixed. Dan's like, you know what? They call me Dan the Jukebox Man. Let me take your jukebox. I'll fix it for like $100. James is like, oh my God, that's totally worth it because this juice box is worth like $1,000. Dan is like, great. Load it up in the Chevy S10 pickup that I just purchased from you. I'll take it over to my house. I'll fix it up. Pick it up in 2 weeks. James turns up to the spot. There's no one there.
Oh,
He gave him a dupe address. That's why there's a finder's fee of $100 if you find Dan the Jukebox Man.
So, as a finder's fee for a person, is that just a bounty?
Yes, this is absolutely a bounty. Yes.
So, because honestly, I could use $100. Like, I could...
$100 for the head of Dan the Jukebox Man.
Wow. I need to start searching Craigslist for more finder's fees and see what's happening there.
You need to message this person and say, do you need him dead or alive?
Could you imagine? I kind of want to, but...
You may get arrested. I'm going to tell you right now.
That's true. Maybe not worth it. If you want to, listener, and you were willing to risk arrest for us, just send us a screenshot of the post and your mugshot, and we'll make you a star.
Are you willing to risk it for the biscuit? And Talon's not, but you might be.
I'm absolutely not.
Talon's not ready.
I don't care for biscuits all that much.
Oh, what the heck?
That's not true. I really love biscuits.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't feel like I can tell you that that's a lie, but I do feel like it is a lie.
But do I love biscuits so much that I would get arrested for it? Probably. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
If biscuits became illegal today, did you say you'd fuck a biscuit?
Nope. I did not. I think I said I fucking would. In response to me saying I'd steal a biscuit or get arrested for a biscuit.
So you would have sex with a biscuit.
No, hold on. I really need you to be clear about that because it's sounding like you're saying that's what I said, but it's not what I said.
A pillowy inside, I understand.
No, well,
it's hard not to be aroused by a biscuit.
No.
There's nothing to be ashamed of.
I want to be absolutely explicitly clear, and I'm sorry that I have to do this.
You want to get explicit with a biscuit?
No. No.
Also, that's a great name for a cookbook.
Explicit with a biscuit?
Get explicit with a biscuit.
Or, yeah. I'd read that. But I don't want to do that. I, Talon Bigelow, of being of sound mind and body, do not wish to fuck a biscuit.
You wish to fuck several biscuits. You're right.
This is...
more is better.
This is the clip they're going to play when I die, from the in memoriam section for the podcast awards. It's going to be this one, isn't it?
The potties. They shouldn't call it that. They don't call it that, please.
Don't call it the potties, please.
Oh my god. Okay. If anyone out there is looking for $100, go find Dan the Jukebox Man. There's a $100 finder's fee.
$100.
It's really morally up to you if you want to rat him out, though. Like, are you a rat? You know?
Ooh. Wow.
Are you a snitch?
That I had to stop the podcast real quick because that was got my heart racing. There's a moral quandary. I know you're
still thinking about biscuits and you had to calm down.
No, hey! Do not make this the big joke of the episode. I don't want this to be it. I don't want to put this in the title, please.
The name of this episode is now Talon would have sex with a biscuit.
No.
Yes, it's evocative. Don't you want to be evocative?
Why not just explicit biscuit or explicit with a biscuit?
Ooh, that's much better. Explicit biscuit is good.
Great, good. I'm glad we solved that.
But
so,
then the subheader is Talon would fuck a biscuit.
Sure, I'll put that in the subheader section of the podcast titles. That's where it'll be.
The metadata.
Anyway, Dan, the jukebox man, you better look out.
Somebody's
They're hot.
You got $100 on your head. This
It's
is
too
just
hot.
like that Stick song, Renegade. That's
The
all. I
TikTok
just
one?
gonna reference it.
The TikTok renegade? That's my
Nope.
Sticks.
Renegade. Hoink. Okay. Okay. I have read this one. I've never. I will tell everyone I've read this one. This has
Ooh.
been on the. This person reposts this exact misconnection.
Fuck. Well,
They've
then
been
I feel
posting
like
it for like 3 weeks.
we need to get to the bottom of it then.
Yeah, and this was only posted 13 hours ago, so like they're
Well,
reposting it over and over again.
Yeah. 13 hours ago from when I took this screenshot.
Okay, don't ruin the magic. All right. Store Mexican, Hillsboro. I was at the store getting some meats. You, white guy, was looking for meat too, I guess. I have some chorizo and you asked me how I like it. I explained to you. You said sounds good, but it was spicy. I told I like spicy. You said that wasn't that tick. That you know another tick one we can talk. And I laugh. You give me a number, but I can't remember it. I would like to talk to you. I went in feeling very confident about being able to read this because I read it so many times. And then quickly lost my way when it came down to tick because I was busy trying to figure out what they meant by tick.
Yeah. Trick?
You said it wasn't that tick. That you
Thick?
know another tick one.
Thick, maybe?
Maybe thick? Because they're obviously talking about their wieners and not the kind you
Yeah.
get from a store.
Their chorizo, wink, wink.
Unless it's a special kind of store.
Yeah, the reading of this is what like it just up until tick, it's pretty. You can kind of understand where the punctuation's supposed to be, and then I feel like that really just throws you off. You're just like,
You get lost. You get lost in Tick Town.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Like I could never like people are so bold. Like somebody was like it took two to tango. You were like, hey, I have some chorizo. Like, that is bold. Like, it shocks me that there are people out there who don't fear rejection as much as they fear death.
I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
I think just mine and Elena's first kiss, I had to be like beyond hinted at so many times. Like, I could not for one moment be like willing to be like, I should just do it, because even if she was like putting her face an inch away from mine, and like there's some part of me is like, but what if she doesn't?
What if there's
like
something on my face and she's just looking at it?
What if this isn't what I think it is? If I was in a store and someone came up to me and was like, hi, I'd like to have sex with you, I'd be like, they're on a phone call. Like, they're not. That's not to me. That's clearly not to me. They could say my name, and I'd be like,
It's weird that there are two Talons in this town.
That's weird. So I agree.
That's big mood. You know, I think that's because we both are very afraid of rejection.
Uh-huh.
And I think it also comes down to like, for me at least, in talking with my therapist, so this is all her TM, who I don't see anymore and I haven't seen since January, but still quote, it's like a thing of like, I don't think of myself as a person with low self-confidence, but like that is how my low self-confidence manifests, is I'm like, oh, they could never be, that's impossible, nobody thinks right. Not saying that I would love for somebody to come up to me in a store and be like, I'd love to stick my meat inside of you, because that's not what I'm asking for.
Right.
But I think that like is what I'm hearing you say is that I think we have in common is like, oh no, they don't. That's not me. They're not thinking about no.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's mood. I did listen to. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Nicole Byers' podcast. Obviously, she needs a shout out from us. But I listen to a lot of Why Won't You Date Me. It's like a really good working day podcast because you can kind of tune in and out, and it's just like light and fun. But I think it was her that talked a lot about like something as an adult that you could just do is be like, "Can I kiss you?" And then like it becomes very easy to be like,
Yeah.
yes or no.
Right. That's true. Kind of puts the power in your hand a little bit.
It does. I mean, I doubt that's a problem with you and Elaine anymore, but if I were to give you relationship advice.
No. That's a good tip. I'll just ask her. She'll probably want to.
I know that's still a hurdle for you guys, is that every time Elena tries to kiss you, you're like, this isn't happening. What's going on? Why is her face so close to my face?
Yeah, I really cannot believe it. It's wild.
And it works for improv, too. I feel like a lot of times, like, that discomfort on stage, like, we do a lot of very intimate work with the groups that we do work with. And, like, I think that, like, the only times things ever feel awkward is because we don't want to cross each other's boundaries, even though we've, like, verbally said we don't have any boundaries because, like, boundaries change and stuff, and especially during a show. And I feel like that's a really good thing for, like, improv is, like, if you're leaning into somebody and you're like, oh, God, what if I'm putting this into situation? It's never a bad idea to be like, can I kiss you?
No, totally. I feel like if you get in a group that is performing, I don't know, intimate enough content, you might get to the point where you actually kind of need, like, an improv safe word. Like,
yeah.
If you slip, okay, we know if Tollins slips the word banana into the improv, it means he's no longer intimately or, available for intimacy, open intimacy. It's been a while.
I'm going to get you a sweater that knitted on it says intimately available in cursive lettering. I liked that phrase a lot. That was very funny.
Intimately available. Yeah.
It'll say intimately available on the front in cursive lettering, and then on the back, I'm adding like a cream colored sweater with black cursive writing, and then on the back it'll say "Let's be wiener cousins."
But that just is like saying let's have sex with the same person separately is all that's asking, which is weird.
It's got a message. It's got a message for everybody. It's it depends on who you're talking to. You can either face back and do a little over the shoulder, or you can face front.
Great. I love it. I really do. I want this sweater. I'm expecting this now.
Great. I'm glad.
Great.
I can definitely deliver.
I feel like I had something to add, but I don't.
I'm sorry. I started talking about improv. Probably I missed talking about improv. Good God, I miss talking about it so much and doing it.
Like, honest question I do have is like, will we ever be able to get to like, I don't know, that kind of stage intimacy again? Is that gonna be?
You mean like in our lifetimes because coronavirus?
Right. Honestly, I've been like, is there gonna be like kissing on stage anymore? Like,
I know, that's where I get all of my intimacy from. What am I supposed to do now?
Because I really liked that kissing.
Before I decided to be at any of my friends' shows, I'd say, is there going to be kissing? If they said no, I'd be like, oh, hard pass. Sorry. That's why our Crisis Live shows are going to be so kicking. Because everyone has to kiss each other.
Oh, we're going to make so many kissings happen. Again,
oh, God.
Maybe not, though. I don't know.
Why? I'm just trying to set it up with Jack and Alex again because of that raw energy.
We got to explore that, obviously. And the way to do that is by doing it in pairs and then doing it in a threesome. And we can switch up the threesome a couple times.
Yeah.
But then we do it as a foursome and see if that's the best one.
Well,
that is the hypothesis we're trying to prove.
You could only have 2 possible threesome mix-ups, right? Is that... I've never...
No. I mean,
don't know math.
There's 4 of us. So
yeah, there's 4 of us, so there can only be 2 combinations of 3 people. Like, because we're not counting the order in which people are, correct? So we're just talking raw numbers.
No, but every person would need to be left out at some point, right?
Oh, wow. I'm bad at...
We're doing adult word problems right now.
I hate this. I take it back. That would have made math much more exciting. I don't think that we should, but I think if you're in adult school, you should be allowed to do sexy math problems. But if you're in high school, you shouldn't, because that's inappropriate in your children. I just like to make my stance clear.
Yeah. And also, I didn't say that thing earlier. That's not what I said.
What? About fucking biscuits.
This is okay. See. I just didn't want to say the thing because I didn't want to give you an opportunity. And you found one. You found one. You did it.
And to answer your previous question, I think that someday, yes, we will be able to be, like, I mean, right now it feels like a question if we're even going to be able to be on stage in front of people ever again. And I think that that's something I'm really looking forward to doing with Existential Crisis. And I feel like that, obviously, the intimacy thing won't be a problem with that group because we're not, like, breathing in each other's mouths.
Well,
but, like,
you're not.
I feel like, you know, like, in the Spanish flu times in, like, 1914, they were like, oh, God, we're never going to be able to be out in public again. And it was over eventually. So I feel like this too will pass eventually.
It will pass. And hopefully it won't be hundreds of years.
It wasn't hundreds of years. It was like...
I know.
Stop stressing me out. I just want to kiss my friends on stage again.
Well...
Okay. Here we go. So I've got one that's a little bit of a throwback to the live show. I mean, sorry if you didn't tune in. You should have.
And you can still tune in at twitch.tv/Kicksandcomedy for, I think, at least another week. It should be up there. Watch it.
Yeah, check it out. It was a great show if we haven't yelled about that enough. Okay, I sent it to you. Great. Sorry, I was looking.
I thought you had more to say about it.
I just looked really scared because I moved something on my desk and I thought there was mold and I got really nervous, but it was just this tiny piece of paper towel. So,
this is the kind of content you wouldn't get if we weren't both quarantining separately in our homes.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Sorry, I gave you coal. It's too late now, but I'm sorry. There was more to it. Doesn't matter. Getting kicked out was the highlight of my life. Best Xmas gift ever. Peace emoji. Praying hands emoji. 2 peace hand emojis.
Okay, can I give you some notes?
Yeah.
You really need to work. Okay. You really need to work on your emoji transcription.
I know. It's been a while. I just haven't studied the emoji transcription recently. It's been a while since I practiced it.
Well, let me give you a tip. It's praying hands, peace sign, peace sign.
Praying hands, peace sign, peace sign. Do I have to say emoji or
It's not pre-sign. It's peace sign.
Peace sign. Peace sign?
Peace sign.
Peace sign. And do I have to say the word emoji or can I leave that out?
I would leave it out. I think it's smoother that way.
Okay, praying hands, peace sign, peace sign.
So this is obviously written to Santa, or written from the perspective of Santa.
Right? I was at first okay. Honestly, I feel like I kind of switched perspectives. At first, I thought it was Santa. Then I felt like it was someone like almost talking to Santa. This feels like a weird setup for a Christmas comedy where Santa has a son that he kicks out of his house.
Ooh, Claus Jr.
Is that the best we can do?
Yes, it is. You think about that.
Okay,
I will just say this was kind of a follow-up because we had a misconnection at our live show that called somebody their sweet Santa, and they missed that person. And so I'm just wondering if this has any correlation, like the person who wrote about this being, I miss you, my sweet Santa, if this is the sweet Santa they miss.
If it does mean that, what do you think coal means in this exchange?
Sorry to give you coal. I don't know, like a bunk time.
You know what I think it might be?
Tell me.
HPV.
Oh, you can't.
I can't.
You can't. You're not allowed.
I'm not allowed. I think, sorry I gave you coal. There was more to it. Doesn't matter. I don't know.
Yeah, it's too late now. I'm sorry. There was more to it. Doesn't matter. Getting kicked out was the highlight of my life. Best Xmas gift ever. So that last line I feel like was maybe sarcastic. Am I going out on a limb here?
I don't know. I mean, especially the emojis, especially 2 of one kind of emoji. That's definitely like, there's intent behind that. That isn't the same intent as one peace sign.
I would agree with that. It's very hard to do sarcasm over text. I think the easiest is italicizing it. So if I could just give a hot take. Yeah.
I agree with that. I tend to italicize that in scripts when I'm writing.
Whoa, humble brag.
Humble brag, I write.
Wow, he wears collared shirts and he writes. Ugh.
Humble brags. I used to sit in cafes.
Who does this guy think he is? Ernest Hemingway?
Right on my laptop.
My
favorite drink is a Sazerac.
Yeah. suck butt.
So kicked out Junior, so Claus Junior, Santa Junior, Santa's baby. Like
Um,
that's
yeah, no, I
that's
get the joke.
something.
You don't need to explain it to me, but
Okay. Well, let me explain
No,
it to you though, because I think you'll get it even more if I
no, I
explain it to
don't
you.
want it. You're
Um,
mansplaining. Watch out.
son of Santa. I guess it's just the
No,
simplest. It's like son of the mask.
no, it sounds like Son of Sam is what it sounds like, and you don't want any relation to that. Um, Son of Santa. I hate it.
Santa and Son.
I
Like
think
Sanford
I
and
think
Son
Claus
almost.
Jr. was better.
Do you think Claus Jr. was better?
Yeah, you know what? We'll take an Instagram poll about
It's
it.
a
when we
last
post this on
name. What?
Thursday.
That doesn't make sense. If
No.
you were your
Yeah.
kid, if you were your parents'
Yeah.
same name, you wouldn't be their last name Junior.
Yeah, you would. That's where the junior goes. It doesn't go in the
It's
middle
not,
and
yeah,
then
it's
it
where
ding
it
dong.
goes, but this would be Santa Junior.
No, Claus Jr. Okay,
Why?
we're not gonna fight it. We're gonna
Okay.
put this up on an Instagram poll, and
Okay.
we're gonna fight about it on Thursday. So when you
Okay.
listen to this episode, you should be listening to it on Thursday because you should be listening to it on release day. Check our Instagram. For once in my life, I will actually follow through on something and to actually do an
Okay.
Instagram poll.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a calendar reminder for myself.
Let's make this spicy. I want something. What do we get if we win? What happens if we lose?
What? Why is there a bet involved?
Because
Okay.
I need it.
So if you win, okay, how about this? We go out for wieners, and whoever wins pays. Whoever loses pays
Ooh.
for wieners.
Okay. Deal. We'll do that.
And then we'll take pictures with our wieners.
And here's the thing, just as a treat, I'll make a little movie poster for the winning answer.
That's fun. I think the wieners was plenty of a prize, but
The wieners is a good prize, but I think for the viewer the listener needs a prize too.
okay. Well,
see what
I
I'm
was
saying?
I was basing it on our prowess, but
So one of us is getting wieners. Well, we're both getting wieners, but one of us is paying for them.
one of us who's paying for those wieners is the big question.
And let's recap. The options here are Santa and Son or Claus Jr.
Yes.
Yes.
Although if I were you, I would have gone with your stronger contender, Santa's baby. But
you think Santa's
you're not
baby
allowed
is
to do that. You're not allowed to change it. It's in stone now.
right in for Santa's baby?
Okay, well, now that we've had our argument,
Yeah.
I feel like that's all the podcast really needed was like an argument to finish us out.
Yeah, I think so. I
We've
do
just
wanna
been
ask you-
riffing this whole time to
We've been
fight.
riffing a lot. I want to ask you who plays Santa in your version of this story.
So I think that it would probably be Stanley Tucci.
Ooh, damn. See, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Fuck, how am I supposed to compete? Okay, well,
You
I will
can't.
say, in my version, my Santa is going to be played by... I'm going to go with... Oh, fuck. J.K. Simmons.
I don't know who that is. I'd have to Google it. I'm sorry.
What? You do know J.K. Simmons.
I'm sorry.
He's
The only
J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man. He's in Whiplash. He's in the Farmers Insurance commercials. He's the yellow M&M.
You're going more old school, and I get it. And his disaffected son who gets kicked out.
Yeah.
Mine would be Rupert Grint, but with an American accent.
Oh, interesting. Weird that you just tanked your whole idea just now.
What?
Okay, so I'm gonna pair J.K. Simmons with, get ready for this one, Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, Shia's too driven to get kicked out for being a slacker. Okay, well, as you see, we have a really strong idea. Can I also ask you a question really quick before
Sure.
we do our final closing credits? Do you have them up? Are they ready? Because I don't want any discussion afterwards.
Okay, yeah, they are ready.
Would you have sex with Stanley Tucci?
Oh, absolutely.
He's so hot, right?
Yeah, super
He's
attractive.
very
That video of
attractive.
him making like cocktails is like
Oh my god.
is crazy. I don't know why.
He is so hot.
Yeah, he's better looking and just a cooler dude and a better actor than he has any right to be.
Agreed.
Anyway,
I said no discussion.
no discussion. Folks, we want to thank you so much for listening to Craig's Essential Crisis. If you like what you hear, please consider leaving a review in the Apple Podcast app or anywhere you can. Leave us a rating. It really helps people find us. I know when I look at podcasts, I look at the reviews because I'm curious what people are saying. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's just helpful. If you haven't given this podcast a rating, that's one thing you can do for us today. So do that. You can also tell a friend. Just tell a friend about the show. If you like this, if you like what you're hearing, share it, please. We want to do it. We want to do it for more. I have a dream of this podcast becoming like big enough that we could start connecting people. Like,
that is truly a dream. Like, I want to officiate a wedding that I caused.
I want people to be writing to other potential listeners because maybe they saw someone with a Craigslist Crisis bumper sticker or something, and they didn't get their info, but they waved at each other in the car, as you do apparently. I want those people to have a baby and name it after me. So,
yeah, I agree with that, and I think that we want to do this for you. Like, this isn't, we don't want to get famous for ourselves.
No, this isn't for the fame. This is not for the fame.
We just want to get famous enough to help other people connect on Craigslist.
I know it's a thing that people need sometimes, and right now, there's only one place to go. But what if there was a second? What if it was us? So do consider doing that. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Instagram is where you're going to see this poll that's going to determine which one of us is buying the other one hot dogs, and also what movie poster I have to make. So do participate in that. And yeah, I also want to thank the incredible Roshi Sherman. Roshi Sherman is how I'm going to...
Sherman.
I'm just fading today. Rosie Sherman, for writing and performing our theme song week after week. Check her out at Hey Shermy on Instagram. If you have a misconnection story of your own, you just want to send us a personal ad, if you want to find a connection to someone else who listens to this show, you can do that. Email us at craigcrypod@gmail.com. That's Craig. I forgot to spell it out. It's CRIGCRIPod
You spelled it wrong. You said CRIG.
CRAIG. Fuck! Okay, you know what? If you don't know how to spell Craig by now, what are you doing here? How'd you make it this far?
I think Todd has a gas leak suddenly. It's crazy. I'm watching him unravel before my eyes.
Yeah, I'm just really threatened by the idea of Stanley Tucci as Santa.
Oh, so hot.
But J.K. Simmons as, like, Grumpy Santa, like, there's two different Santas happening here. And think of the pairings. One with Shia LaBeouf, the other Rupert Grint with an American accent. Still red hair or different color hair?
Depends on what wig Stanley Tucci wants to wear.
That's probably, his hair would probably be white, though. He's Santa. So...
I'm not privy to answer those questions.
Okay,
Secure funding.
I guess I'm gonna have to answer it if I have to make that poster. So yeah, please do that. I'm gonna start calling you all we've gone by Craig's, but what do we think of like Craig Crypod Squad?
No, I like Craig's. I'm sorry. There's too many words.
All right.
You pitched it and I shot it down.
No. I'll just edit this out. Like all your criticisms of me. There will be gone from this episode. No one can ever hear me be criticized.
I sent you the final misconnection whenever you're ready.
Great. I'm going to pull that up. And I will mention also that next week we'll probably take a week off because Lane and I are going to be doing some packing and some moving. So we'll probably go ahead and put out audio from a recent live show. If it's one you haven't seen, maybe check it out on Twitch, though. It's always fun to see faces and connect faces to the voices. Here we go. Miss you, Colton. Hollow. But we won't miss again. Soon, Colton. I'm Talon Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
This has been Craig's Essential Crisis. I'm worried for Colton.